We are on episode 6 of the Otaku Corner Casual Anime Discussion Podcast. I am with the light skinned sugar cookie, the orange dreamsicle, the SpongeBob, the Oreos, cookies and cream. Without hold the Oreos and just leave the cream. Man, just looking at me like, um, we are we are going to be talking about episode 5 to 8 of season 1 of Black Lagoon and episode 2 of Your Forma. Also, going to be talking about maybe some other animes that we are watching on the side. You feel me? And then we are going to get into his segment, which is smash or rejection, and my segment, three reds. I ain't have enough time to add more recommendations to the spinner wheel, so we just have our last 3 recommendations from last stream. I'm gonna let my co-host introduce himself.
Mute yourself in the Discord. I, I think I'm gonna sneeze, so and it's making me mad because the sneeze didn't come, so I just look crazy. But first, let's talk about how the more we do these podcast episodes, she keep coming up with more stuff, more light skin jokes. Like I don't like this like growth, but I don't like this improvement. But anyway, yeah, Bigfoot alien, professional boxer, full time streamer. I'm finna get a job though. It's time. Need some money. I ain't getting no help, but yeah, Bigfoot alien, Shaq, as they know me around here. One Piece fanatic. She gonna tell you that 100 times, and it's the truth. You should watch One Piece. That's just how it is. If you if you hate the world right now, watch One Piece. I promise. Promise. Watch One Piece. It's the only thing we got going in this society. But anyway, I'm gonna let her have it back.
No, not watching One Piece. We'll never watch One Piece. Not happening. So sorry, not happening. No one is gonna get me to watch One Piece whatsoever. 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 Uh, this light skinned sugar
Hey,
cookie
I
gets
was
on my
handing
nerves.
it back to you, lady.
I'm speaking, which is
I
why
shouldn't.
see. You should already have my YouTube channel plugged in. You fool. You fool. You fool. What you just a fool, annoying fool. No, need a retwist fool. Lighter than my jacket fool.
Is you gonna pay for the retwist? Is you gonna pay for the retwist?
I'll pay for you to cut that off. All that off. And start from the beginning. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. Looking like you'll belong in prison with an orange jumpsuit. Um, I wanted this. I'm not gonna call you the C word. I wanted this light skinned sugar cookie to, make this transition easy. But this is gonna be authentic as possible without me using my colorful words of this man. Um, so I am almost finished with Full Metal Alchemist. I am watching the original. Um, before I had started that anime, I was asking people, should I start that? Should I start Brotherhood? I was getting mixed answers. Some people were saying start the original and then watch Brotherhood, or start Brotherhood and then watch the original. And I was just like, it wasn't. Nobody was on one accord, so I said, "All right, this is what I'm gonna do." I started the original. Now, up until a certain point, I read the first 6 volumes of the manga. So, and then for some reason I just stopped. I'm gonna pick it back up though. My journey of watching Full Metal, at first, the changes made me feel some type of way. I noticed the changes immediately. I'm the type of person where I'm like, when stuff becomes adapted, while I don't want to one-to-one copy and paste, I do want them to still honor the source material. I don't mind changes here and there if it's gonna make the story better, because certain things might have plot holes. But I I want a 50-50, and it felt like they were changing stuff so early that I just didn't know how to feel about it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. And the funny thing is, when I watch movies or shows and then I hear later on that was based on a book or it was adapted, it don't bother me because I didn't read the book. Whereas this, I read the first 6 manga, so I was like, what is this? And it took some time for the story to pick up, but I am invested. I am on episode, before I started this, I'm on episode 48. Depending on how long this takes, I may just finish it and then I'll be done. And probably, actually, since this butthole don't have TikTok anymore, probably the next episode, when we finish off talking about the first season of Black Lagoon and episode 3 of Your Forma, I will include my thoughts on how I feel about The Full Alchemist, my rating, and stuff like that. I ain't getting to Brotherhood anytime soon. Anytime soon. So it's gonna be a long time. Because at least from what I heard, the first 20 something episodes are basically the same thing. So I'm gonna just hold off. I don't know when I'm gonna get to it, but I will watch Brotherhood. Right now, my rating of Brotherhood is a 4. I mean, not Brotherhood, the original. It's a 4. It was at a 3. It's got into a 4. Now, will it be a 5? I don't think so. It might just finish as a 4. And I probably. I have some thoughts though. Alfonso gets on my nerves. I got he's a baby, but like he gets on my nerves. I think the only one who has not got on my nerves is at work. But Baby Brother's gotten on my nerves. Roy has definitely got on my nerves. Oh, Hughes didn't get on my nerves. Riri, she got on my nerves. The book girl, I don't think she got on my nerves. But yeah, Roy definitely pissed me off. Roy pissed me off. Oh, the teacher. I like Edward and Alfonso's teacher. She's cool. Um, yeah, but Roy definitely did. Roy definitely did. And his little sidekick. I was gonna say the blonde lady. She didn't, but no, she did definitely on my nerves. Kissing Roy's behind, like like her lips puckered, puckered, like they're so puckered you would think she's having an allergic reaction. That's how puckered her lips are towards Roy Mustang. That like, she don't piss me off, but it's like, God dang, can you like get your lips off? Can you peel your lips off? But okay. Um. Anyway, what else am I watching? Uh, it's too many shows. It's too many shows. This is what I get for participating in an anime season. Um, I did say after I finished Full Metal Alchemist, me and Mr. Lightbright will continue Moonrise. We only did the first 2 episodes. I don't feel like replaying them. I kind of remember like what happened, so we'll continue that. Once we finish season 1 of Black Lagoon, I think I want to start To Be Hero X. It's a couple other animes, but I'm just gonna have to wait for them to finish. I do not want to get in the anime burnout, but they just gonna have to wait. They just have to wait. I think that's it. Oh, I graduate soon, so that's late. Graduate soon, but Mr. Light Bright, which one you want to talk about first? Forma or Black Lagoon?
Mute yourself in Discord. Cause I'm
Just talk, fool.
okay. So I'm gonna start with your former. Cause dang, brain went blank. But yeah, so they were blaming the robots, the androids, and the whole time, come to find out, a human. It was a human, and the reason why he looked like the brother was because he was the original blueprint for the fucking androids. They just died, changed the hair to blonde, and it's just like, and I still don't like. I still don't know what his purpose of doing that was. Like, because apparently he was in love with the scientist lady, and she was just like, "No, that was my friend." Like dead ass. That's her energy. Like she was like, "Nah, we was best friends. That's it." And bro, like, look, you need to dive deep and see what's going on. And I'm just like, so you destroyed some robots because a girl didn't like you back. I'm like, that's some I can't say that. I don't think I can say that. That is some very unmanly thing to do. I'm gonna say that. I think I think I can get away with that. That's very unmanly of you. Cause if she don't like you, bro, she don't like you. You out here causing crimes and framing people. Well, not people, but you out here causing a disruption to get this lady to notice you, and she just like, oh, that's my friend.
It's funny. So while you were talking, a couple points just popped in my head. It's funny how you said like, yeah, he was the blueprint for Harold, Steven, and Marvin, but he looked better blonde than his natural color, which was brown. And I'm like, I think you should have changed your hair to blonde because brown. Okay, blonde. I think that was a better hair color for you. Um, Maybe that could have been a reason, but I don't feel like they. I don't think Harold and the investigator dived deep enough because it just felt like they seen that one scene of them interacting, but I don't feel like they went deep enough to either we have to rewatch it, either I have to rewatch it, or I don't feel like they went deep enough because I don't think her not well, Lexi, that's the doctor. I don't think her not liking him was the reason for him doing these crimes um against the people who had Nova. I think it was something else. It was I'm trying to remember. I know he wanted to bring some type of attention about the androids. But I don't think his reasoning was because she may not have liked him or it was one sided. I think that would be very lackluster. Um, while he may be the blueprint, Harold, Steven, Marvin look way better. They look way better. I'm sorry. They look way better. You might have been the blueprint, but they fleshed their faces out so better that I didn't even tell that I couldn't even tell that he was the blueprint. That's how better they look. Um I want to say this is really interesting. This anime really does give me Detroit Become Human vibes, especially the dynamic of the investigator and Harold. Except for you could tell that they originally are gonna go the romantic route. That whereas from Detroit Become Human, the main two people I'm associating with them with is Hank and Connor, which is more the father son route. But if you watch the game, you play the game, pay attention, Hank had a very dislike towards androids for his reason, which we eventually got to. The more we interacted, the more we looked around his desk, which I think we mentioned in one of those episodes where a doctor was in the clouds, and because he was so in the clouds, an android had to perform surgery on his son, and his son obviously perished, which created, with grief, created a such a disdain for androids. Um, and we obviously see in your former investigator, I think her name is Haida, has a disdain for Amicus, aka androids. I feel like Amicus are more deviants. The in Detroit Become Human when they like woke up and had a mind of their own. So I associate Amicus with deviants. There was a scene where I think Harold knew who uh hurt us. What was her name? Daria, and he kind of used Haida as bait, and that was, I get both sides because she was just starting to maybe be like, okay, Harold is, he has a mind of his own. He's not just a robot that has code written in his system. He has a mind of his own. And so she was just starting to be like, okay, we can be cordial. But then when Harold ended up not telling her the plan, and basically she got kidnapped and stuff, it that disdain, that wall came back up. And it was like, I understand her point of view, because it's like, you could have just told me. You could have just told me. You could have told me, A, what you was planning to do. But instead, because what if something happened? What if he would have poisoned me? What if he would have stabbed me? What if y'all didn't get in time? What if y'all didn't get to my location in time and something would harm me? You didn't trust me enough as my partner to let me know. Whereas I understand Harold that like he wasn't trying to harm Haida, like that wasn't his intention, but that was the impact. And not gonna lie, if I wasn't watching Full Metal or any other animes, this would be an anime that, yeah, I'm definitely week to week. Um, I'm gonna switch it back to you.
All right. So what I was gonna say was, what you said was you didn't think that the reason why he attacked the androids was because he was in love with her. And I remembered that she said it was such, the reason why we fell out was such a trivial reason, and she didn't really say what it was. But what I think the reason was, he wanted the androids to actually like progress naturally, and she was more so of making a computer program that we can control. And for her, because she's government funded, government minded, she was thinking it made more sense for us to be able to control the outcome of the androids in case they go haywire. Which I get that point, but I also get his point of letting them grow naturally because, you know, it's a new form of life in a sense. Yeah, so that's probably why I still feel you right though. They do need to do a deeper dive because they didn't give us enough information. Like from what it looks like, it looked like it just looked like he was jaded because she kind of sort of didn't advance or feel the advance. Like she didn't feel for him like he felt for her.
Yeah, it wasn't like
That's how like
reciprocated.
that's the only scene we got was him walking up to her in the tree.
And then it
And it's
and then it jumped to him looking at the newspaper and him murking people, and it's just like how y'all go from tree scene to him taking people's lives. I feel like they could have dived deeper. Now I'm gonna assume that something like that ain't over. He's not. He's probably not the only person who feels that way. So I don't think that is over. I think it's just starting. I don't feel like that's over. It, it, if it was over, I would feel like while I am still interested in the anime and I can't wait to watch the next episode, it'll be like, nah, that's too easy. That's very too easy. Cause now my question is Steven still gonna be locked away? Or are y'all gonna re-release Steven? Because Carter shut down Steven to find like what's going on with him, or it's just because I want to know, like, wait, did we actually meet Steven in the anime? Oh, okay. So I met Steven in the manga, but we haven't met Steven in the anime, which I understand. You don't want to copy and paste everything, but it's like a scene happened and then they're explaining to us what happened, but we didn't see it. Um, which is the issue I had with Full Metal when with the changing stuff. It's like, um, so I guess y'all they'll talk about the scene, like the scene what happened. We won't see it. It'd be like I basically like off camera, and then they'll talk about it, and it's like we didn't see that though. We didn't see that though. And the thing is, this is a new anime, so I understand you don't want to copy and paste, but you could still like give us some more information. You feel me? Um, you can still give us some more information. You don't have to like let the scene play off camera and then just tell us like what happened after. Um, I am definitely interested. Episode 3 is already out, so I I think, yeah, the next episode we'll be talking about episode 3 of your forma. I'm very, very interested. I am still still on volume 2. Um I'm gonna be reading this gonna be reading this weekend. I will hope to be done with this by time we get to episode 7 of the podcast. If not, I should at least be halfway done. I'm on page 41. So hopefully. Um any more thoughts you have about this show, sir?
on the with to agree with you about it not being done. It's probably more people that have the same sentiment that the suspect had. I don't know his name.
I think it's
I don't
Alan.
really.
I think it's Alan. I
Okay, yeah. The android murderer.
Yeah, that's what he is. Well,
And so yeah, it's probably more people that had the same like because it's usually a fudging group chat. It's usually a group. Every time there's a group chat, always. It's never just one of them. There's always a group chat. Every single time there's a group chat. So I'm waiting for the group chat. I'm waiting for the group chat.
Um, yeah, I think his name is Alan. I think his last name starts with an F. I think it's Alan Fewman or something like that. Surprisingly, I may remember his name. Um, Mostly the people that he hurt were human though. I think the only android he hurt was Marvin, but I think everybody else was human. Daria, the other people who worked at Nova, I think they were all human. Marvin was the only android that he hurt, and I don't know if he hacked Steven. He may have. I don't remember. But I did. I said he's not the only one who thinks
Well,
that.
he just abusive. What it sounds like is he just abused women because everybody you named off, I think, was women, and the only men he bothered were androids who couldn't actually attack him back because of their programming.
Wait, no, the only one he perished was Marvin. That's a man. Daria, she got cut. I think it was another man with a briefcase with glasses. I don't know if he got perished. I don't know if he's still alive. Um, then I think there was another one. I don't know if it was another woman or it was a man. But no, I'm saying most of the people that perished or he harmed really were human. The only one that is not waking up, that's an android, is Marvin. If my memory serves me correctly, everybody that he really hurt were human. The only one that perished is Marvin, which was an android. So yeah, unless we just have to rewatch the first two episodes again. Yeah. Um. Now we are going to head into Black Lagoon. I'm gonna start talking. um. Honestly, Black Lagoon is okay. It's okay. Um. I want to say I hope the story picks up, but by the time we get to the next episode of the pod, we'll be done with season one. I want to talk about a character. His name is Rock. Rock is a character where if he wasn't in the story, he would not affect the story to me. Like there are characters who make an impact. Like if you take them out, the story would be lackluster. Whereas if you take him out, the story would just continue as it been continuing. I wouldn't even notice that he was there. So there was an action that he did. Him and one of the characters were talking, and he was defending these very bad people who will want to eradicate people that look like me. Um, and I just was looking like you defending them, and light skin sugar cookie was like, I knew you was gonna hate him, and you was gonna hate Rock, and I said, I have to care for him to hate him. I don't care for him at all. Like I said, he's just there. The only his story is his company don't care for him. They left him to perish. Other than that, he has no personality. He has no autonomy. He has nothing. So for me to hate him, for me to have that type of feeling towards him, I have to at least feel something towards him. I don't. So when he said that, I was confused. I was very confused. And then what really pissed me off was when he grabbed the main character by her shirt, and I'm just like, you gonna let this lackey in a business suit, not even business suit, in a white button-up shirt with a tie, looking like he typecasted as a nerd in a show. You know them nerds with the glasses and like you gonna let him grab you by your shirt, bro? If you don't beat him up, bro, I would have had my pistol and put a bullet between his eyes real quick and just continue the show. Like, he is nothing. Nothing. He's not cute. He has no personality. He is nothing. Um, I feel nothing towards him at all. To be honest, like I said, this anime is okay. It's not gonna be a 5. It's not gonna be a 4. It's not a 1. It's not a 2. It may be a 3. But actually, right now, actually, be honest, 2.5. 2.5. I had to think about it. I'm like, I gotta stop being like, it's a 3. No, it's a 2.5. It's a 2.5. That this is how I feel. It's a 2.5. So unless they do something to make this a 3, this is gonna be a 2.5. Is I will say it's more interesting than Babylon. You know the funny thing is, I had my hands like a thumbs up, and it's doing fireworks, and my whole body is not showing up. So yeah, you can't see it, but like the fireworks and like my whole body is just gone, and you just see a shadow of my body. Uh, which is funny. That's why I'm laughing. But like, yeah, it's more interesting than Babylon. I would say that, but it's 2.5. If I was to put it down and I didn't have to do this for a podcast, I wouldn't pick it back up. I'm gonna turn the teachers back to you.
All right. So she just met the nuns and the maid. So if you know Black Lagoon, you know what's about to happen. And like that's when it really start to get fire for me. But I get it. I get her understanding for it. And like, yeah, Rock do just like he just be in the fucking way. Like he just be in the way. Like he really don't matter. He just in the way. Technically, legally, he was pronounced gone. So like they could just dump him in the lake somewhere and it wouldn't matter. But yeah, he that episode with them the bad folks definitely pushed me off to him because I was like, you the reason. You the reason why we dealing with what we gotta deal with now. People like you. Oh, they deserve no, they don't deserve nothing. Not a thing. Nothing. Let their legacy die. It's over with. None of that. Don't erase it from history. Y'all want to erase history? Erase that. But yeah, it's gonna get better. We shouldn't have to deal with them folks no more. I don't remember no more of them people. They aggravate me.
Yeah, like Rock, like I said, take him out the story. It doesn't impact it unless he gets a bigger role in season 2. Like if they was to take him out, it does not impact the story. It does not whatsoever. Like all he doing is, I guess, being an accountant. But like they could get anybody else to do that. They don't necessarily need him. That's on like he has no role. He serves no purpose. If he was to perish, I would not shed a tear. I probably would have a smile on my face. I'd probably be smiling like Light when they caught him at the end and he just like ah yeah.
It's funny because
Oh yeah.
Rock is like
Yeah. We were watching the episode and he was Rock was talking. Now when he talks normal, for some reason I didn't hear it. But he started talking at this pitch, and I'm like, I know this voice. I know this voice. I know this voice. I know this voice. And I'm like, hold up. Let me before I announce it, let me do some research real quick. I went to Death Note real quick. I said, let me look at the English voice actors. I seen him, I said, yeah, this is Light. So now every time he speaks, I don't see Rock. I see Light Yagami. I'm like, no, this is Light voice. But then, even saying that, that's disrespectful because he is trash. Rock is trash. You don't. You shouldn't even be in the same conversation as Light. So I just have to say you the voice actor. I can't say that's Light. No, no, no. You don't deserve to be in the same conversation as Light. You suck. You're trash. You are. Also, have been rewatching Psychopaths with the streamer I follow. His name is BX, and I just want to say I feel trauma all over again, trauma all over again, and it's just like I will say after watching all the other Psychopaths, I do have a much appreciate for season one. I think when I watched season one, I gave it a 3 out of 5 because it started to pick up once the silver guy came, the blonde dude came, but it was still okay season. And season two was my favorite. But after all watching all of them, I can appreciate season one much better. And I feel like depending depending how this end again, I may push it to a 5, but we'll see. Cause sometimes when you watch stuff for the first time and then you rewatch it, depending on when you rewatch it, you have a appreciate for it. And like I said, after watching season one, two, the movies, the shows, I I now come to really like season one. Like when he started, I was like, yeah, it didn't have to build. Especially I knew what happened, so it's not like I have to. I still feel the pain, but I know what's gonna happen, and I'm just watching their reactions. Um, yeah, yeah. I'm more interested in your forma dam and Black Lagoon. I am for some reason. I thought I was gonna like it, especially because at least the synopsis for what I read deals with like morality. So I thought I was gonna, this was gonna be my show. No, this is not my show. This is not my show whatsoever. But I'm not gonna say forever because I want to see how season two, if season two picks up. But right now it's a 2.5, and yeah, that's all my thoughts for now. Do light skin sugar cookie? Do you got anything to say?
Nope. Simple reject. I'm finna share this screen so you can see the people.
That I don't think I smashed not one person he showed me last time.
Now, now I'm finna hit you with some finna hit you with some vintage this time.
Well, we'll see. Well, we will see. I don't think I smashed not one person he showed me.
Not one.
Not one.
Not one.
And I think most of them were palm colored women.
Right. And that's your fix right there.
No. Because if you see all the women that I've had a eye candy, that have been my eye candy,
You know I like messing with you.
nah. You always, you my parents, you are number 3, sometimes number 1 of people who gets on my lavin nerves.
Can you see? This is number one, Whitley Gilbert from a different world.
I know who this is. She was in Vampire Diaries.
Two,
Very
you
pretty
know,
lady. But I'm gonna have to hit the stage right. Reject.
damn, that's
Very pretty
crazy.
lady.
All right,
Dang, the
let's
street.
go to the next. I'm gonna I don't want you looking at it before. I'm gonna pull it back up. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right. Let's see how you feel about the illustrious, beautiful, magnificent, wonderful, melanated Pam Grier. How you feel about that one? If you talking, I can't. You talking, I can't hear you.
I'm laughing because very beautiful lady. But I'm gonna have to hit the stage right. Reject.
That's crazy. That's
Cause it's like
crazy.
there are
Pam Grier fine now.
like I'm not saying she's ugly. She's a very beautiful woman. But when I say smash, you know what smash mean. And the thing is,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I can't see myself smashing them in that way. That's why I'm like
I got you.
very pretty woman, very pretty. But no, 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 no,
Why
no.
a second?
Wait, what?
I said my Wi-Fi cut out for a second.
Mm, mm, no, 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 no,
Okay.
no, 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 no. No, 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 no,
What's with your sound effects over
no.
here?
Cause I'm waiting for you to pull up the next person. So I'm very, very bored. Very, very bored. I'm very, very bored. Very, very bored. No, 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 no. How long did it take you to pull up the next person?
And it is being difficult.
No, 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 no,
I got you.
no, 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 no. You got the next woman?
Yes. It's an anime character.
Okay.
Let me know if you can see that perfect. All right. The industrial Guitaro, Asia Clan Clan.
You want an article or something?
I had to look up her name.
Yeah, because that picture is so small.
All right, I'm gonna find you a bigger picture.
That's why I'm
Don't
like,
worry.
I see the words more than I see the face.
I should probably put her in beast form. You into that, huh?
No,
You into that?
I'm not your friends. I'm not your friends.
There she is. Can you see that?
She look like a child. No, reject.
Okay. Well, that's it. You ain't. I'm gonna have to
Like,
figure it out.
like that face look like a child.
I know what to do. I know. I know exactly what to do. I know how to get you. I know exactly how to get you.
Well, you gonna wait? You gonna wait for the next episode, or I mean, well, next episode we'll be back on One Piece trivia.
No, I'm gonna wait for the next time, but I will have you. I will have your number.
We will see. Because clearly you didn't have my number this time either. Oh for
No,
2.
no, no, no. That's okay. Third time's the charm, baby.
I believe it.
Because
See it.
also said I can use real people.
Yeah.
Mm, So
And you haven't used.
I haven't used any real people yet, but you just wait.
We will see.
You, you just wait.
We will see. Now, we done with this light skin sugar cookies segment to again finding people that I would smash, and I rejected all three of them. They are beautiful women. Don't get me wrong; they are very beautiful women. I can't see myself taking them to the bed. You feel me? Um, I didn't have
You ain't
enough
took
time.
no
What?
so
What did you say?
you ain't took nobody to bed, so
Yeah, none of them. That's why I say you over two. I didn't have enough time to add any more anime recommendations, so we still have the last three from last episode, which is Link Click. Uh, the that time I got reincarnated as a slime, and Phantom Requiem for the Phantom.
I'm
So
not a bad slime slurp.
what?
I'm not a bad slime slurp.
That's the rest of the title.
No, it's a line from the anime.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known that. So we are gonna spin the wheel basically three times. So someone will end up with two recommendations. Someone will end up with one. So we are going to. Oh shoot! I know I forgot something. I know I forgot something. Well, we're gonna have to make shift. I don't feel like it. One, two, three.
That's you.
Link click. Link click. Link click. Link click. Oh, can I talk about that? So Link Click is a supernatural time traveling anime that involves two characters, Ching and Luke Wan. They work at a basically like a photographer shop, and they use those photos to go back in time to help someone resolve their issues or say words that they should have said, almost like a ghost whispers. Now the only thing is they can whatever they cannot change the actions, they cannot change anything around the image that they're in. They have to leave it alone. They have to leave it alone. They have, I think, 12 hours. They have 12 hours to do what they need to do, and then they gotta jump out. This is a show with two seasons and a prequel. The prequel just finished all the dub episodes. So if you preferably watch dub, um, you can. It season one I think has 12 episodes and season two has 11. If I may be wrong, either way, there's 24 episodes, two seasons, plus the prequel that is 6 episodes. Um, Season three is going to have 24 episodes and maybe extras. That's going to take a long time. I'm fine with that because I have a long list of animes that could keep my time. I travel, I have other stuff, so I'm going to be busy. Also, if what I believe, this is made from a small company, so it's not like a Mappa, it's not like a Madhouse where they have a bunch of artists working. It's a small company, so it's gonna take its time. Especially like I said, season one had 12 episodes, season two had 11. This is gonna have more episodes combining both of their seasons. So I would rather they take their time. I would rather um I would rather that than watching season three and be like, you could tell this needed more time. You could tell they were rushed. I think they had I think the writer had an interview and was like they were um rushed. So the prequel, I guess, I still enjoyed it. Some people were like had their issues, but I wanted them to take their time because season one to me was a five. Season two, I said it was gonna be a five. It was a five. Mr. Lightskin should we didn't think season two was gonna be a five, but then it just beautiful. It's so good of a series. If you like supernatural, if you like time travel, if you someone who like watches the Flash, stuff like that, you would really enjoy it. You would really enjoy this anime. Like it is fire, and I need more people to watch it. It's also an implied BL. This is a Chinese anime, and I think they are a little more censored than Japan's animes. Their BL shows. So it's more implied, but it's still a good show. There are soulmates. Those two characters, there are soulmates. Whether you say platonic or you say romantic, they are soulmates. They're intertwined. That is a beautiful anime. I love that anime. Like I wanted to cosplay one of the characters. Me and Shaq was gonna cosplay one of the characters for AWA. Fortunately, I won't be going this year. But I may still do a cosplay. It just won't be for at a convention. But that's a magnificent anime that I think I should watch. We're gonna do the second wheel. And before we get to this one, Link Click, as you can tell, was my recommendation. I'm gonna turn the tables over to Sugar Cookie.
Okay. So that time I got reincarnated as a slime. I think there's about 4 seasons right now. It's my favorite new, not new, like 2020 era anime. It's one of my favorites, and I highly recommend it. It's really good. It's reincarnation. It ain't got like no super weird aspect. He ain't got no genitals, so it is what it is. But it's an adorable anime. He tries to be as nice as possible, but folks push him to that point, and he got to show them, all right, y'all playing with me. That's what it is. So y'all playing with me, bet. And it grows from there. I like it. I highly recommend it. It's got a the episodes are pretty. They're about 24 minutes an episode. But I don't think if you like isekai, it's definitely a pick you should hop on.
Yeah. Um. Oh, I forgot to mention you can watch Link Click on Crunchyroll. Or BB. Um. I think on Crunchyroll they do have the dub episodes available, so you can either watch it sub or you can watch it dub. Speaking of the voice actors, I feel like now me because I mainly prefer dub. I am a dub, especially like if my allergies are bothering me. Like I don't want to have to keep pausing the episode. Like I could just wash my face real quick, but I can still hear what's going on. While I do prefer dub. If sub is available, I don't mind it. And because I love this anime so much that I'm not gonna wait a couple months for it to be dubbed. No, I'll watch it sub. And a lot of people were being very racist, and it's just like I understand you want to watch the English, which I'm probably gonna rewatch when season three officially comes out, and we do our discussions again. We are gonna probably rewatch the prequel, and we're gonna watch it in English this time. I I still enjoyed the show because I love the show so much that it being in its native language is not gonna deter me from not watching it. Um, but that's just what I'm gonna say.
Cause we not racist.
Yeah, I was gonna say something, but I'm not. I'm not. I'll say it after if I remember. That is that the main genre of The show just Isekai. Oh, you not you wasn't speaking, so I didn't know you were just shaking your head. Okay, because you know sometimes they'd be like isekai, adventure, drama, or something like that. So I was like, is that the only? That's the only genre. That's the only like genre of that particular show.
Ain't, ain't no romance or nothing in it. It's pretty much how isekai go. Somebody come in from another world, save the world, make the world better.
Because you know they'll be like the genre isekai, shonen, or scene, or shojo, and stuff like that. So that's why I was like, that the only genre?
It's basically it's like isekai shonen because they do fight. They be doing. They
See,
be
that's why I
with the
said
match.
is that the only genre. I that's why.
Don't you gotta remember, big dog? I don't be knowing these genre stuffs. Like I don't go look at a synopsis. I look at the anime cover and I be like, that look interesting. Like when I go look at the anime, I look at the first little picture. If it look interesting, I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna check it out. And if it work, it work. If it don't, I'd be like, ugh, all right, back out. I
The
ain't
thing
messing
is,
with
the reason why I can't give you that leeway is because I told you when we did this segment, Three Rex, we were gonna talk about the anime, the genre, what language it was available, where you can watch it, and just maybe a brief sentence of what it's about. So
you.
I can't.
So
You don't get that leeway of I don't no, because you knew this.
let me
You knew this.
fine. I'll look it up.
Nah, you already talked about it. We about to spin the wheel. We'll spin the wheel for the
Yeah,
next one, even though it's only one
spin the
in the
wheel.
wheel. If
There ain't nothing else to spin on the wheel, girl. Just get him yo. You just
no,
spinning the wheel, but there ain't nothing else there.
I don't care. I'm gonna spin the wheel. But
Okay, then.
next time, because you know we have our little meetings. I'm going to add another list of animes. So when we do episode 7, and if an anime lands and it's yours, you better have that information, sir. And I'm gonna spin the wheel.
You silly. You are silly.
Duh.
That was the option, baby.
Venom, working on the Venom as the last choice. That is the last choice. That is the last choice. I'm stalling so I can look it up. I'm stalling so I can look it up. Venom, wrecking from the Venom. I'm stalling so I can look it up. I'm stalling so I can look it up. And I did. I did. So the genre is action, crime. It has elements of drama, suspense. It does also explore the themes of brainwashing, violence, and retaining one's identity. Which is funny because watching Full Metal, the they just said the name, the homunculus. Their desire is to be human, right? To have their own, identity. So that's funny that Phantom Requiem for the Phantom is one of the themes where trying to retain your old identity. This was shoot, I think 20 how many episodes? 24 um episodes. It does available. Yes, 26 episodes. It's a 2009 anime, so it came 3 years later, 3 years after Death Note, because Death Note came out 2006. It gives me historic anime vibes. Um, where you can watch the show, you can watch it either on Crunchyroll, YouTube TV, or Amazon Prime. Um, I think I gave this like a 4 out of 5. Solid anime. I did enjoy this anime. The ending kind of like it didn't suck or anything. It's just like, dang, you know, dang. Um, if you like historic or crime type of animes, I think you would enjoy. Um, I think you would enjoy it. I think you would enjoy it. Let me give a brief overview. Um, so Phantom Record of the Phantom is about a young man who wakes up in a strange room with no memory of who he is or how he got there. His past is lost and his future belongs to Inferno, a violent crime syndicate. So, if you like you said, if you like historic type animes, if you like animes that deal with crime, animes that deal with crime families, because I don't want to say gang, but crime families, I think you will enjoy this anime. So we will. This is the end of episode 6. We will be back maybe Sunday. I maybe Sunday, April 27th. If you want to know for sure an update, check my Twitter. I will definitely be updating when the official next episode will be. So it either be April 27th, which is a Sunday, or April 28th, which is a Monday, 9 o'clock p.m., where we will be talking about the last 3 episodes of Black Lagoon. We will be talking about episode 3 of Your Forma and maybe something, and maybe my final thoughts on Full Metal Alchemist. I am done. Light Skin Sugar Cookie, do you want to say anything before I end?
As your local One Piece Jehovah Witness,
Boo.
watch One watch One Piece.
Don't watch
That's all I gotta say.
don't watch One Piece. You don't need to. There's so many other animes to watch.
This One Piece hater over here, this anti revolutionist over here, this capitalist bot over here.
I'm not a hater. I'm just like there's other animes you can watch. One Piece not going nowhere. It's not going nowhere. But yeah. Um, we will see y'all back next week, either Sunday or Monday. And then I will post the schedule for the month of May. Probably the last day of April. So y'all know what animes we're talking about, which most likely is going to be season 2 of Black Lagoon and still continuing Your Forma. So we be on the lookout. Deuces.